Not everything has to be planned. Not everything has to be planned. Not everything has to be planned. Not every destiny is aligned to... Listen. Was Moses ready when God appeared to him? Moses was not ready. God tells him it is time. And I've realized this. When God examines the heart of a man, even when they are not planned or prepared, but he examines the heart of a man, and it carries enough faith, grit, and tenacity to go for something. I have learned by God that not all preparations come before the mandate or the assignment. I have met men who have been prepared after the assignment came. Moses is one example. He was not ready. I mean, listen to the questions he asks God. Who should I tell them sent me? Is that a man who has been rikatando libagata with visions? No. Who should I tell them? No, Lord, I'm not eloquent. How will I articulate? How will I express myself before Pharaoh? For you know that I'm slow of speech and of a slow tongue. What sign should I show them? God is telling Moses, yeah, I know. You've not planned it. I know, no, you can't even speak. I know you don't even know me well to announce me. But I know you well to send you. Am I communicating with somebody? Then God shows him numerous signs. Tells him, Moses, go. We shall finish the process later. Because a nation is at stake and you're the chosen vessel. I say the nation is at stake and you're a chosen vessel. You might not have planned it, but I chose you. Let me tell you, I am living proof that when some of us were sent in this nation, we were not ready. Not everything on us was ready. Our speech was not ready. There are things I would mark myself over and say, how could you even choose this? But I believe in a God who can even send you before and perfect later. Enter the marriage, we shall fix. Yes, I believe in making yourself ready as a wife. Because men don't find women, they find wives. But I also believe in a God who is not limited by your preparation. That he can take you in and still deal with those issues. At the end of the day, we all reach the finish line and say, she lived a married life. Yes, she might have had some turbulences, he might have had some confusions, but there was a God who began that work. And the Bible says he shall see it to accomplishment to the day of Christ. Isaiah 28:11 says, with stammering lips and another tongue will I speak to my people. He looks for a man who can't even speak up. He says, the man is like, he says, I know you're not ready. You don't even know how they speak, but let's go. I don't want a planned speech. Let's go. Because you're the one of what? Have chosen. There are jobs that are not looking for men who have planned. Am I prophesying? They want you raw. The people who are interviewing, they're not looking for qualification. They're looking for how raw. They're looking for how crude an individual is, because there is an innocence that comes when a man is not planned. And I've seen the wisdom of God sometimes perambulate through the hearts of men with such innocence. They look unready, but to God they are the ready ones, because he wants that kind of purity. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know whether I'm communicating the gospel. There's somebody here. The reason why you fail to move is every time you're preparing and you don't feel that you can ever prepare enough. And that's the truth, because there are certain things you're never going to be 100% ready for. There are things you can say, I've ticked all the boxes, but there are things you're never going to tick all the boxes. Because in some assignments, I've realized we don't even know the boxes to tick. But there's an invitation in the spirit that tells you it is possible. That is why you must know the ways of faith. You must understand how faith works. I have a spiritual daughter here. I'll not point at her. I found her once in a hotel drinking soup. Says, Pastor, I'm tired of poverty. Pray for me. And I laid hands on that dear woman. She came back to me a few weeks later and told me they gave me a job. Even people with degrees, master's degrees, PhD, are praying to have. Yet I don't have papers to my name. Gwe! Do you know the God I'm talking about? I say, do you know the God I'm talking about? A man may plan his ways, but there is a God who says this is the direction. You might have planned that way, but I direct you this way. You might have dreamt that direction, but I'm saying, no, this is where you should go. Because I am God, I'm sovereign, and I can do it, I can fix it, I can align it, I can position it myself, such that you get to that place and you can't say that it was my planning. People who have entered such realms are usually humble people. There's a humility that hits you when you know that you were unplanned. Oh no, this was the person we are going to give the job. We've got a worthy suitor, a suitable person, sorry. A worthy employee. They even write the letter of employment. And then something happens and, and then the wind starts blowing on a certain woman. And that day they find the boss in a very stressed mood. That if they had found him fresh in the morning, he would have said, no, let's do other interviews. But it came through somebody and said, why don't you consider this young man or young woman? And usually, it's not the way the boss works. But God is in the detail. I say God is in the detail. Unplanned by man, but planned by God. And before you know that, they give them the job. After giving them the job, the boss next day says, I don't even know why I hired her. I usually don't hire people like you. You're not our kind of person. But anyway, you just enter and work. Not all the destinies of the children of God shall come under some arrangement or plan.